The following program was produced by an independent community producer. The opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect those of the Weymouth Community Access staff or its board of directors. WCA, in compliance with FCC regulations, is prohibited from exercising control over the content of independent member-produced public access programming.
What's going on with your hair? I'm a big fan of your hair, but it's a big topic of conversation. Why did you cut your hair like that?
It wasn't me, it was my dad.
Why did you? I'm sure Mom's gonna love that. Now, did your mom approve of this haircut?
My mom's in Florida.
Hello, I'm Riley.
And I'm Kelly. Welcome back to This Week in Camp.
This is by far the warmest week of the summer.
Oh, for sure.
And things get really heated in the heat.
Insightful. I think I've read that somewhere.
The heat also affects everyone a little differently.
Let's check out how some of our campers handled the heat.
The sun was beating down on the LITs, leaving them no choice but to make the first move. What was that? And where did it come from?
Where the heck? What?
Overcome by adrenaline, SKRS sprung into action. Balloons popped as water rained down. The battle wore on as supplies began to run low. Overhand, underhand, and sidearm, they fought valiantly. Things were getting tough out on the front lines. They had no other choice but to pull a Hail Mary. It was initially a success until the LITs retaliated with a similar strategy. In the end, both sides were victorious in beating the heat. After the battle, everyone retreated, but one LIT had something else in mind. What an intense way to cool off.
Our campers over at Wayfun had some help in their attempts to cool off. Let's check it out.
90 degrees, maybe? No? Where? Katie, is it 90 degrees today? I'm correct. The firefighters are here, and they're spraying us all with water. Photo bomb! Is this going on TV? Are we on TV?
That was so nice of the Weymouth firefighters.
Another way to keep cool is to head to the beach.
Let's take a trip over to Wassagusset and set sail.
That's
The main galleon.
somewhere beyond the sea, somewhere waiting for me. My lover stands on golden sand. and watches the ships that go sailing somewhere beyond the sea. She's there watching for me. If I could fly like birds on high, then straight to her arms I'll go sailing. It's far beyond the stars, it's near beyond the moon. I know beyond a doubt my heart will lead me there soon. We'll meet beyond the shore.
Sailing. Went to the year 3000. Not much has changed, but they live underwater. And a great, 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 great daughter. Sister phone. JB, what's the deal? You haven't been singing. JB, how do you feel about some Adele?
Can always go for a little Adele.
That's what I'm saying. I let it fall, my heart, and as it fell, you rose to claim it. It was dark, and that was over, until you kissed my lips and you saved me.
What'd you say, over?
Wow, he's quite a singer.
I know. I wonder if anyone else was on that channel.
I'm sure he would have heard about it.
Probably. Speaking about things we've heard of, word on the street is that there are some pretty talented athletes over at the Stella Sports Camp.
I heard that too. Let's see what they're up to.
We are here live today at the Stella Terrell Park Summer Day program for the biggest hockey tournament of the century. Can't wait to see some action. Let's watch them drop the puck. We are here with, say your name?
Mason Lemieux.
We're here with Mason Lemieux. Who is your favorite player in the NHL?
Mario Lemieux.
Mario Lemieux. Is he any relation?
Yes.
Oh, really? How is he related to you?
He's my fourth, fifth cousin.
Fourth or fifth cousin, okay. What's going on, James? How are you?
Good, how are you?
Doing good. So, are you excited for the tournament today?
Yeah, really excited.
Think you're going to tear it up out there?
Yeah.
The only person I've ever seen with a Las Vegas Golden Knights shirt. For people who don't know, the Las Vegas Golden Knights, they are playing, this year is their first season in the NHL. Expansion team took some Bruins away. Are you a fan of the Golden Knights, or do you just like the shirt?
I kind of just like the shirt.
How many pieces of bacon did you eat this morning before you got here?
0.
You ate 0? How many times a week would you say you indulge in a nice piece of bacon? 5 times a week? I can't have bacon 5 times a week. That would be huge. Do you have a favorite team in the NHL?
Bruins.
Who's your favorite Bruin? Brad Marchand's big. Patrice Bergeron, Zdeno Chara.
Patrice Bergeron.
Patrice Bergeron?
Yeah.
Patrice Bergeron seems to be everybody's favorite player. Watch the Super Bowl this year? Yeah? Were you happy with the outcome? Is football your favorite sport? Who's your favorite player on the Patriots? Are you a Patriots fan? I'm going to assume you are. Who's your favorite player? Sure, let's go whole league. Odell Beckham? Odell Beckham was excellent. Do you remember that catch? The one-handed catch? That was insane. I think personally, I think I could do it. I don't think it was that hard, but I mean, I'm not gonna take anything away from Odell Beckham. I don't want to show him off. Do you think you can make that catch? Now it is super hot outside. Don't mind me sweating. People watching at home. Who's your favorite player on the Bruins? Zdeno Chara, mine too. Oh, you guys are going out there right now. Do you have any strategy going out there quickly? No strategy. I like it. Just send the balls at the net. All right. Go have some fun out there. All right. This is Nick interviewing Nick. Do you think that you look like Patrice Bergeron out there?
Whoever's on Brady's team, I said.
Kinda. You know what? Even if you kinda look like Patrice Bergeron, that's good enough. Who's your favorite athlete in sports? Pecorino. You know, I know that name. I don't really know. Is that soccer?
He plays for the Nashville Predators.
Nashville Predators. Oh, I do know Pecorino. I do know Pecorino. Isn't he the goalie?
Yes.
Okay, he's the goalie. See, I know what I'm talking about with the Nashville Predators. Tom Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time. People can't really dispute that anymore, can they? I like that answer.
They're really knocking it out of the park down there. Get it?
I see what you did there.
There was a lot going on over at Great Esker at the Osprey Pool.
And our nature expert Spike was there to talk a little bit more about the birds that live in the nest. Let's check it out.
Would you guys live in that nest?
Yeah.
No? What?
A feather. A feather.
A feather? Oh, let me see. Yep, and this is an osprey feather. So, osprey, they're black and white, right? Is an osprey a hawk or is it an eagle?
Eagle.
Raise your hand if you think it's a hawk. Raise your hand if you think it's an eagle. All right, it's close to a hawk, but technically it's not either one. It's its own group.
What are they?
What are they? They're their own group. Know why? Because hawks and eagles have 3 toes in the front and 1 toe in the back, and osprey are able to move one of their toes from the front to the back.
There's an osprey feather right there. Wait.
Hey, who do you think's the bigger osprey, Mom or Dad?
Dad.
Somebody point to the osprey for me.
Me.
But that's the osprey nest, right? Can you see any osprey in it?
I can see one.
Do you think that's an adult in there or is it a baby?
Baby.
Baby, I think you're right. Yeah, all right, so we got 2 babies in there right now. You can't tell them apart that much now because the babies have grown up a little, right? So what do you think the osprey eats in the park?
We can hear.
Fish.
We can hear them.
So there's a lot of water around us. So what do you think they might be eating?
Fish.
Fish, right. They're white on the bottom. Do anyone know why they might be white on the bottom? So why?
If they were in the water, the fish couldn't see.
Right, exactly. Exactly. Awesome. So they're white on the bottom because if I'm a fish and I'm in the water, right? So I might not see them if they're white on the bottom because the clouds are white, right? So it helps them blend in. The fish don't see them as well. How old are you guys now? 5? So maybe when you're 6, you're going to move out? Yeah?
I'm already sick.
So when these guys, you know when they leave the nest? Do you know when they move on? When they're less than a year old. So they get hatched in the spring and then in the fall they leave. Do you know where they go? Do you know where all the osprey go in the wintertime? Who said that? Nice. Were you here last year? Yeah, you remembered? Nice. So the mom and the dad, they go their own way to South America. And then what happens next spring?
They come back.
They come back, right? And do they go to a different nest? Or do they go to the same nest? What do you guys think? The same nest? Yeah. Look at this nest right here. So we put a band on their leg with the adults or the babies? Do you remember? So we put it on the baby's leg, right? So now we can keep track of them. So if they're caught, down in South America, so they can read that tag and they could send that information back to us and we know where they were. So
I see one!
Come on, let's go.
Where's the one?
Now she got your backpack.
Isn't it so nice that the birds always come back to each other every summer?
It really is. I could see a Nicholas Sparks movie out of that, about a summer romance that inevitably fizzles when it starts getting cooler, or maybe when one of the birds' mothers tries to break them up.
I could see that. A possible title might be, If You're a Bird, I'm a Bird.
That's so good. I feel like I've heard that somewhere. I just can't place where.
Speaking of drama.
Oh, here we go. The tank.
Things are really heating up in there. Let's check it out. Real World, Tank Edition.
This is the true story.
True story.
Of several sea creatures.
Picked to live in a tank.
And have their lives taped.
Find out what happens.
When people stop being polite.
I'm not here to make friends.
And start getting salty.
So we've been having some communication issues with some of our tank mates who will remain nameless.
This is off the record, but I've had it up to here with the fish.
When we order out, they swim up, steal the food, and then lie about eating it.
Oh, the fishes are trying to eat. Oh, one got one.
All they would have to do is just ask us or send us some money on Venmo, and we'd be happy to share. But that just never happens.
We don't know what to do at this point.
I think we're going to have to confront them. Hey guys, wait up. Do you think we could just talk really quick?
Sorry guys, I gotta...
Look, we just want to have a civil conversation. Can we please talk about why you're stealing our food?
I got something I gotta go take care of.
Wow, you guys, real mature.
Yeah, just swim away. Swim away like you always do. Do you see what I'm saying? This is not a healthy living environment.
Whenever we try to talk to them, they just swim away.
It's such a slap in the face.
It really is.
I tried to go to the snails for help, but they didn't put in any effort.
Sorry, we're so busy. The fish are always inserting themselves into our conversations about food. It's like, I'm not talking to you. Hey, hermit crab, do you want to do Chinese for dinner tonight?
Yeah guys, Chinese sounds good. I'll Venmo you.
See?
I literally have no idea what they're talking about.
I'm about to pull a full-blown Sammy Sweetheart, pack my bags, and go back to New Jersey.
Oh, I'm feeling lightheaded. I need to sit down.
Sorry I come from a small pond where boundaries really mattered. He's right behind me, isn't he? Honestly, get the cameras away from me. Get them out of here. Seriously, get them away from me.
Yeah, obviously I take their food all the time. I just swim up to the top.
Things are really starting to get pretty salty in there.
I know. I hope things start calming down, but with ratings at an all-time high, I tend to doubt it.
Another fishy situation this week involved an investigation conducted by our tubing and canoeing classes.
According to a well-known myth, the hut that sits on the shore of Bear Cove may belong to the magical troll.
So we set sail across the river to find some answers. Once upon a time, there was a troll who lived in Great Esker Park. According to historical records written in crayon, the troll moved into a stone hut across the river at Bear Cove. To most people, this story has been fiction, but there have been some recent sightings at the stone hut that might prove otherwise. To discover the truth, we formed a crack team of investigators. We got in our boats and set sail across the river to see if we could find some clues. At times, it sort of felt like we were being watched, but I think maybe that was just in my head. Once the team arrived to the shore, they spared no time in scouring the premises for clues.
A troll definitely lives here.
There's a cereal bag. I think they look cereal.
Is that my mail? Really? The troll thing? Again? Come on.
Hello?
Hi. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just looking to change my password. Yeah. Trollhouse123, capital T. Yep. All right. Thank you.
Very interesting.
The investigation is still ongoing, but we did find some interesting things.
Oh yeah, you definitely did. Is that how you were able to have the Game of Thrones viewing party?
Like I said, the investigation is still ongoing, so I am unable to comment at this time.
I respect that. Let's take a breather. We'll be right back after this quick commercial break. You're going to Great Esker Park Day, right?
Oh, I would not miss it for anything.
I can't wait. I hear they're having a food truck this year.
Wow. It was such a blast last year, and I can't wait to go back.
Me too. Speaking of fun in the Esker, Our cross-country class participated in a kind of obstacle course.
You might have heard of parkour, but you've probably never heard of Great Esker parkour, which involves jumping over the trenches out in the marshes.
It's honestly such a rush. Let's take a look at the thrilling adventure.
What's the secret to it?
I'm not falling in, that's it. Don't fall in.
What goes through your mind when you're hopping over one of the bigger ones?
Ah! Woo! Oh, yeah! It's comedy gold.
Incredibly intense.
Another impressive feat at Great Esker Park this week involved a camper in our fishing classes.
Most fish caught. Yeah, Dan. And you can choose a freeze pop too. Out of the freezer.
Congratulations on catching 21 fish. Very impressive.
Per usual, we like to end these episodes with some kernels of kindness.
This week, our friend Danny's mom provided the staff with the materials to make breakfast.
And they did just that.
Let's have breakfast. Yeah, it's time to have breakfast. And I'ma do the same. About to tell them have breakfast. Yeah, so get your plate, get your fork, get your spoon. Yeah, it's time to have breakfast.
Danny's mom has got it going on in terms of kindness.
Danny's mom has got it going on.
Well, that's it for this week in camp.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.